Hey you, thank you. You know what kinda sucks? This. The fact that I started my channel at the beginning of this year, and guys, I've obtained over 500,000 views. I've gotten those views pretty much doing the same content, which if you have not seen yet, go ahead and check out. But guys, I've obtained a little bit over 3,500 subscribers. As I've already said, I've obtained over 500,000 views. I get more than 100,000 views per month on a bad month. And guess what? Well, you probably could guess. I'm still not fucking making money. Now, this is not me sitting here victimizing myself. I understand that my content is not fully polished. It could be way better. But this is bullshit. I think it is absurd how hard it is to get monetized on YouTube compared to every other platform. Literally, for the sake of this video, I looked up nearly every single platform just to see how hard it is to get monetized on other platforms. For TikTok, you have to have 10,000 followers, which most of you will be like, whoa, that's 9,000 more than YouTube. Yeah, but it's way easier to obtain them. Speaking from experience, and I know most of you can probably agree, it's way easier to go viral on TikTok than it is on YouTube. And that's how it is with pretty much every single other platform. You have to have at least 10,000 followers, aside from Twitch and a couple other selected ones. But mostly it is way easier to get 10,000 followers, for example, on Instagram and on TikTok than it is on YouTube. Now me, I've gotten my fair share of subscribers. I don't have a ton, but I have enough to speak up about this. I've obtained 3,500 subscribers this year, which I feel to YouTube should say something like, hey, this guy's growing, he's growing really well. And at the very least, they should push my content out forward so I could actually get to my watch hours, which in my opinion is the biggest problem. First of all, it is extremely hard to get to 1,000 subscribers, but let alone that, it is extremely hard to get not one, not two, not three, but 4,000 watch hours in 1 year. Yep, that is exactly what you have to do. You have to post an awful amount of videos, and the videos have to also be good quality. Now, if you're young and you're still in school, this may seem a little bit easier and more attainable. But if you're a person like me who's in their early 20s, also trying to shuffle work and trying to figure out their next step with school, it's really hard to have a consistent posting schedule as well. Which is why I feel like if YouTube rewarded it and let us small creators get some sort of smaller percentage or something like that, it would help us out a ton. I'm not asking for a bunch of money. In fact, I'm not asking for any money. All I'm saying is most of us are struggling as it is, and YouTube is not making it any easier for us to get on the For You page, and it's also not making it any easier for us to get any sort of equipment or to progress any way with YouTube unless we are rich as it is. And this is where I think YouTube should play in. They should set up some sort of program that you could apply to. They have only a certain amount of applicants, you know what I mean, just some sort of way to do this, because we need help. Us small YouTubers, we need help. And obviously, there are certain ways to blow up on TikTok and on YouTube to make money. But I'm not going to sit here and scam anyone, and I'm not going to sit here and beg anyone for money. I do want to earn it. And I understand for YouTube, you have to have absolutely polished content. But it's really hard to have polished content when everything that you do revolving with YouTube costs money. My editing app costs money. Unfortunately enough, my editing app is really bad at editing photos, so I also have to have a separate editing app for my thumbnails, which also cost money. Now, thank goodness my money management has been a little bit better. Little flex on you. Boom, shirt went off. Had to hit a little flex. But thankfully, since my money management has been a little bit better, it's been a little bit easier to afford all this stuff. And my sister got me an awesome camera stand for my birthday, so that also played in a huge role into my YouTube career. However, YouTube is way too expensive for us to start. I'm not even talking about anything fancy like a camera or editing on a laptop. I'm talking about simply us mobile YouTubers, people who record on their phone, have to spend at least $100 a month just to polish pretty good YouTube videos. I'm not even talking thousands of views. I'm talking hundreds of views quality videos. If you want thousands of views, you will need a camera and a laptop. It's just how it is. You could do it on your phone for a while, but it just will not work in the long run if you do want to take it extreme or if you do want to take it professionally. As a YouTuber, we want to keep improving the quality of our videos or the quality of our personality, whatever it is that gets our views. We want to implement it in every video, and we want to do better every single video so that we get a wider and wider variety of people enjoying our content. And the fact that I've been working my ass off for like 10 months and it's still just nothing. Actually, 11 months now. I just realized it's fucking November, guys. And yes, guys, my views are going up. Obviously, my channel is growing. It's just growing extremely slow, and it seems as if YouTube is pushing my shorts out, but it's not pushing out my long form content, which is another separate topic about shorts. I think it's bullshit that shorts don't count into watch hours. I've gotten way over 4,000 watch hours through shorts, but since it is shorts, it doesn't count. And I think that's bullshit considering that I'm getting more watch hours with less time, which means my videos are realistically more impressive. At the same time, I do understand the other end of the scale. The videos are a lot more likely to pop off because they are very short. Therefore, it is way easier to catch the viewer's attention for a shorter span. And I do appreciate you clicking on this video and watching it once again. I love all of you so much. And I will tell you guys, being unique does give you more views. For example, I've started being unique in my recent couple of videos, and yes, they started off pretty slow, but that's just because I changed the basis of my content. I stopped being a boring AI, and YouTube didn't recognize that at first, so it didn't push my content out as much. But just a few videos later, I've already completely transformed my viewership, and I'm just a lot more real with you guys. And what sucks about being a small YouTuber is not enough people will see this video to actually make a change. And even then, even if 1 million or 2 million people saw this video, it still wouldn't do anything, because what sucks is that our creators don't care about the platform as much as we do because they don't use it like we do. So the problems that they see are not the first-hand problems that us creators see, especially us small creators, because us small creators, we're small. No one hears our voice. By the time we get big, by the time we get large, it takes a decade, and we simply forget about most of the problems because we don't have to deal with most of them by like year 8 or year 9, you know, because we're already on the come up. I know I'm saying we as if I am somehow famous or somehow have a bigger audience. I don't. I understand I don't. But what I do understand is that we are being fucked as small creators. We, I would say, put in the most work for the littlest reward. And yes, big YouTubers do put more work into their videos than I do. For example, Mr. Beast spends more money, more time, etc. But he gets a payback, and I don't. I'm not saying it's unfair because Mr. Beast's videos are way better than mine. That's not the comparison here. The whole comparison is just that small YouTubers need some kind of a boost. Also, it doesn't really have to be financial boost. I would appreciate if my videos got put out on the YouTube For You more. I understand some of my videos don't do very hot at first. Later, they pick up. I would like YouTube to fix that. I think it's annoying that my videos don't get to the right audience multiple times in a row. I think that scuffs my views, and if my videos got to the right audience the first time, maybe my video would have blown up. Or maybe at least it would have gotten out of the 100 view scale, which I hate. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to talk about this. If you guys agree, make sure to comment about it, leave a like, and yeah, have a great day. Peace.